So guys, we did 2 tests and they both came back negative. So yeah, pretty negative. Hey guys, it's Lex.
And me.
Who is me?
Tawanda.
Well, some people don't know that. They might be new.
Oh, if you're new to our channel, I'm Tawanda. And this is my baby mama.
Really?
That's my wife.
I'm Lex, y'all. This is another
Another day, another vlogs.
It's another episode of our TTC Thursday. We left you guys with the negative pregnancy test. You guys know I had my little meltdown before, and we just ended the vlog. Babe didn't say how she felt about the test because she wasn't here when I took it, so I'm gonna let her give her insight on how she was feeling and the next steps.
Well, I was already I was stressed out because Lexus was stressed out. From the time we went and we had the procedure done, we had some not so good experience there at the fertility clinic. So for me, I was already anxious because of that. She was, let me sit up. I was already anxious about that. Just because we did not have a good experience. We were not having a good experience. And
like, they kept asking us how much of the goods we had. Why does it matter? Yeah,
like how much, specimens we had bought. And that really bothered me. It bothered me the way I felt that they were taking care of her. I wanted to leave and go to another fertility clinic, but you know, Alexis is much more different to me. I'm more patient with Alexis. I'm more patient than Alexis. Alexis just wants what she wants when she wants it. And if you try to if you try to stray her another way and she wanted right then and there, that's a headache, that's a fight. So I was under a lot of stress when we were already going through things before we even tried before we even tried this time around. It was a lot of, there was about 50 flags. 48, we had 48 of them flags was red flags. I didn't want to be at that fertility clinic. I didn't want certain persons to do the procedure, and Alexis already knew how I felt, but Alexis wants what she wants, so she wanted to carry on. I was agitated because it's not free, it's costly. But Alexis, you know, for me to say, okay, let's not do it, let's go wait and go somewhere else, then I would have to deal with a whole headache of that. Because Alexis just, it's what she wants when she wants it. Bam. And so I knew I wasn't feeling good about this at all from the beginning. They probably knew it because it was so much tension there. They probably felt the tension. I know I felt the tension. Alexis felt the tension, but still she wanted to move forward. So while we were waiting as far as for the test, when they were asking us how many more vials we had, to me, that was already, personally, that along with so many other things, and I guess we'll get into that in another video, it was already telling me that it wasn't going to work. That's how I felt. It just was so much. And so Alexis started testing early. I knew Alexis was testing early. She didn't even have to tell me.
No, I didn't test early.
You didn't tell? Not no. Okay. All right. She didn't.
That was you sneaking.
Oh yeah. I tried to get her to pee in the cup, and then I was trying to check the pregnancy test, just for some hopes. And so I already knew what was coming. I didn't know it was going to be negative. I was still hopeful, even though all that was happening, because I knew. I'm just going to be honest. I've had children. And I do want more children, but I knew that it was going to be more devastating for Alexis than me, because Alexis had been having a hard time even getting to positive ovulation test, OBKs. And so, you know, I was already mentally mentally worn out more than anything. Not really financially worn out, but more mentally worn out. And so Alexis and I, there was tension between us a little bit. There was some tension. And so, I don't know. Like, I was anticipating, waiting, but hopeful still. And
every day she asked me, what do you feel different?
Then I asked her, what did she feel different? And, you know, then Alexis used to, I ain't gonna say that on TV.
I used to what?
Alexis used to be watching some of these couples and that start feeling symptoms as soon as they get the insemination. And I was really irritable about that with her, because I would tell her, don't watch that. You don't get inseminated at 8 a.m. and you feeling symptoms at 9 o'clock a.m. Listen, and that's all here. And she was watching people like that, so then she was craving stuff, and it was just so much. And then when we finally got to the 2-week wait, once that was over, and what was happening was other people who were in the process same process as us, they were getting positives. And Alexis was steady watching, and I wouldn't watch. I wouldn't watch the couples. I would be happy and send, tell Alexis, tell them congratulations. But I didn't really want her to watch. But people were saying they got their big fat positives, and I was like, oh my God, oh my.
The one thing that I was waiting on, and I took that as a sign. You said you had not talked to your grandmother. Your grandmother's always known when somebody's pregnant.
Yeah.
And this was the one time, and I don't know how long since we've been together, that she has not been able to reach her grandmother.
Yeah. Now, when I call my grandmother, sorry you guys, my grandmother and I had not been able to reach my grandmother, and I don't even have to call her and be like, Grandma, do you think somebody pregnant? As soon as
she picked up the phone, I dreamed about a fish.
I dreamed about a fish, and she always, and the fish is always a fish. I mean, we can't do nothing else in my family. We can do, we have babies, Lord Jesus, if nothing else, anyway. And I had not been able to reach my grandmother at all. I can't recall where she was. But I usually, if I call my grandmother, no matter what time I call my grandmother, she picks up the phone. I don't care if it's 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock, won't she, Lex? My grandmother picks up no matter what. And so, once we got the test, she took the test and it was negative. I try to hold, I think I was filled with so much anger, rage, sad, hurt. My money was gone. Our money was gone. Frustration, because our guy's sperm count was 27 million. And that was a lot after they did whatever they did to it. So I just knew, Then they said her eggs was like 45. Okay, not 45. How much big them eggs was?
It was 23.
23.
One was a 23 and one was right behind it. So it was like a 20 or something like that.
And so after that, I was like, okay, we good. You know what I mean? Then we looked, and our guy has had our donor, looking at, because we use a cryobank, he's produced a lot of children. And that was one of the reasons why I wanted to use him. And I mean, he has a lot of children. And he had like 15 more vials, and we were trying to buy all 15, because that was it. Once those 15 were gone, he was no longer doing anymore. So it was a lot for us. And my mind don't work right. If you treat me wrong, then I'm starting to think that you're doing stuff. So I was like, say they killed them sperms on purpose. My mind just starts, you know what I mean? And so once we got the negative, I think I was going to go to work. I was going to go to work, but you fell apart, didn't you? I said, well, it's negative. And it was negative. And like, they was like, if it comes back negative, just call us next month when your menstrual starts. No, I'm so sorry it's negative. You know what I mean? We'll do it next. None of that, right? None of that. And so it pissed me off. Excuse me, we're a family channel. That frustrated me even more. And I was just gonna go to work, and because when I'm frustrated and it's stressed out, I bury myself in work. I work longer hours. But Alexis, like, I was so heartbroken. I was so heartbroken for us because we had such plans. We had a lot of plans, and everybody else was getting positives. And we have purchased, oh my God, we have purchased so much stuff. And man, Alexis got into a fight, not a physical fight, but an argument, and I broke all the stuff up, remember? Because what Alexis did, Alexis is passive aggressive. We got into an argument. So she was like, well, she just started taking all of our stuff out the closet, talking about she was giving our stuff away. And so what did I do? I destroyed everything. When I say I destroyed everything, I destroyed humidifiers. Everything, didn't I? I broke everything. I broke hundreds of dollars worth of stuff out of that rage and anger. Now, I didn't throw nothing at her or nothing like that. I just felt like, I don't know. I was happy for everybody else, but
it seems like all we see is pregnancy commercials like now.
Yep.
People announcing babies. They're pregnant or they're having babies. That's all we can see.
So it was hard for us. Because we don't have support. We're by ourselves. We don't have anybody.
Like, we don't tell people that we're trying to conceive.
No.
And that's only because we feel like people would pray against it. So.
And we don't have support. And when we do tell people, or when we have told people in the past, people have been negative. And so I felt inadequate, and for a long time, although I'm a girl, I blamed myself. And I said, well, we're married, and if I could have gotten pregnant myself, it would have been different. So I had a lot of resentment. Not that I want to be a guy, and for all of our transgender friends, nothing against that. So I had a lot of blame. I blamed myself, a lot of frustration. I was angry at other people because I didn't feel like we had the support. Wasn't asking people for money or anything like that, but
just a call or a text, or
a call or a text, or to check on us, or to check on her. And it's hard when you watch the person that you love fall apart, and there's nothing that you can do about it. And people who were getting pregnant at home, they was making it seem like it's as easy as open up a box of cereal, pour it in the box, and bam. And we were like, well, is something wrong with us? I had not tried, but my wife was like, something wrong with me? All these people are getting pregnant at the doctor. All these people are getting pregnant at home, and then it was bad on our relationship. It started to really, really get bad with us, because Alexis was that became her waking, breathing, right, babe?
Yeah.
And she just thought something was wrong with her, but the doctor was saying there's nothing wrong with her. Then when they already know you had PCOS, right?
Yeah, because of the other video, but I wasn't diagnosed with it.
At the time, she wasn't diagnosed with PCOS, but she had it all the time. And my thing, let me hold it. And my thing was, how the heck can you take somebody through all these tests and do all this stuff and you don't notice? And so all those eggs that were 23s and 24s, those were probably just cysts, not real eggs. And so, but we didn't know that at the time. And so it was really hard. It was really hard. And like I said, it's expensive. I mean, even if we knew someone, we wouldn't use anyone that we know. To me, it complicates the situation. So, cryobank is the way, we decided to make our family. You know, I was gonna go ahead and try, but I didn't want Alexis to resent me if I would have got, and not saying that she would, but if I would have got pregnant the first try. So I said I wanted her to experience it first, to have all the first between us, then I would try. So it was a lot for me, a lot for us. A toll, I mean, not that we were talking about breaking up or anything like that, but at one time, like Alexis would be buying and ordering, and shipments of stuff would be coming in, and she would be hiding stuff from me, and not like hiding stuff like baby stuff, and buying stuff from her friends that had babies and stuff they couldn't use, and the closet it's full, and it's still full, and I had to find a way to help her and help us. You know, because it really was bad. And like getting that negative was like, I don't know, like a slap in the face. And not because, I mean, and yes, because it didn't work, but no, but like we just felt so alone. Like we didn't have anyone, only one another. So I couldn't come home and talk to Alexis about what I was really feeling, because I was trying to nurture her and help her through all of her feelings. So I couldn't tell her what I was feeling, my frustration. I couldn't tell her any of that stuff. I just didn't want to make more stuff. I didn't want to make it harder on her. So I just kind of buried it inside of myself, and I just dug deeper into work. You know, I went from working 10-hour days to sometimes 14, 15-hour days, weekends, just trying to like deal with it. You know, and so, and then I'm different than Alexis. Alexis has a more forgiving heart, but Jesus is working on me. And you know, and I said, well, maybe it's my fault. Because I was like, for all the people who's been negative towards us, when we have a baby, I don't want them nowhere around. So I was like, well, maybe it's my fault. That's why she didn't get pregnant. Because that's how I felt. So it's a lot. So I just want to thank you all for joining us and following us on our TTC journey.
Something else that we did not know was that we could request the doctor and not the nurse practitioners or whatever to actually do the procedure. So the next time you see us, you will see the doctor doing it this time.
Right. And they didn't tell us that, because when I'm spending thousands and thousands of dollars, I definitely want the doctor to do it, because that's what I'm paying for. But you know, you'll follow us on this journey.
Round two.
So thank you for watching us. Thank you for following us, and go share. And if there's anything that you all want to know, because you told them that we tried at home too, right?
We tried that before we started.
Yeah, we tried at home. So this is round 2 at the clinic, but really how many tries altogether?
4, I think.
Right, so it's round 2. This was our first round at the fertility clinic, but it's actually our 4th try altogether, because we tried 3 times at home. Because we tried 3 times at home, and yes, we was purchasing the specimen too and just doing it at home.
Yeah, well, and like we told y'all when we were burglarized, all of that footage was on my camera.
Yeah, so nobody didn't just steal like our little thing. They stole
the whole camera
and everything. And our little SIM card, what do you call them cards?
SD cards.
Our SD cards was in there with all of our sons' dances, 8th grade dance, all of that stuff. Everything was just gone. So once again, thank you guys for following us. If you have any questions, I mean, we're pretty open. Please, if you don't feel comfortable with putting it in the comments, email us.
If you got my phone number, you can text me.
You got our phone number, you can text, and we'll be happy. Anything you want to know. We don't have a problem with sharing. We want people to know the real McCoy, because, you know, some people make it look like it's like getting that. Remember when you was little and the toy used to come in the cereal box and you just open it up, pull the bag out, or pour the cereal out because the toy's at the bottom, the prize at the bottom of the bag. Some people make it seem it's just like that, and it may be like that for some, but for most people,
It's not.
It is a process. So once again, thank you for joining us. Thank you for following us. If this is your second time coming to our channel, you might as well subscribe. For all of the people that's been with us and following us all the time, we are very grateful for you. Don't forget to share, like, comment, and subscribe. Press that red button. We'll see you guys next time.
She's got a baby inside and holds her belly tight.